Welcome to Denver Summit FC Pitchside, sponsored by your Colorado Honda dealers. I'm Lionel Bienvenu, along with Brady King and Nick Rothschild, and we are here every Friday bringing you everything and anything happening with the Summit, as Denver 7 and the Spot Denver 3 are your home for the Summit all season long. Okay, guys, here we are. Oh, boy! One day away from one of the biggest events really in Colorado sports history, the home opener for the Summit against the Washington Spirit at Empower Field at Mile High. Now you are going to break the NWSL attendance record with over 50,000 in the house. And I say you because we're talking about Summit fans, soccer fans, sports fans, members of this sports community who bought tickets, and you are making history tomorrow.
Yeah, Lionel, it's going to feel like a Broncos game in that stadium on Saturday, which is just wild to think about. And I think it just shows how excited this community is for this team to be here in Denver. We've seen a small sample size of what they can do in their first 3 games, but getting to watch it in person, as we know, is something special, going to be a different story. And I'm no meteorologist, guys, but I think the weather's going to be pretty perfect, too. We'll take it.
Yes, Brady's weather report.
Yes.
When was the last time either of you saw a soccer match with a halftime show?
Never.
Ever? Not me.
Been a while.
Is this the Super Bowl? What are we doing? It's a palpable buzz among the soccer community, basically since this game was announced. And look, I imagine it's been challenging for the players to focus on the start of the year while they had this big, awesome moment looming. It ain't looming anymore. It's right here. All that anticipation and excitement can finally find a home.
I cannot wait to be a part of it, and I think the Denver community has really showed up. I walked in the parade, I think the first week I got here, and everyone was so excited, and they were smiling and waving at us, and I was like, oh my gosh, people know we exist.
Every time I hear the new ticket sale price, I'm like, oh, what? Like, I haven't played in front of that many people in like forever. Just like thinking about growing up here in Colorado and like the amount of times I drive down or up I-25 and seeing that stadium, I'm like, that's so big. Like, how many people can fit in there? Like, that's huge. And like now to think here I am, I get to play in it is actually insane to think about.
I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. All I can picture is a sea of green, and I'm excited to see it.
The energy and the environment's just going to be electric. There's going to be so many people there making history. People that I know from home, it's just going to be, the lights are going to be on, field's going to be watered, everything's going to be awesome. I can't even imagine how it's going to be. It's like a dream come true.
Yeah, I've envisioned that moment walking onto the pitch many times already, and I know it's going to be an incredibly special moment. I'm not surprised at all by the Denver community showing up for this team. I know that they've been eager to have women's professional sports in Denver for a long time, so the Colorado community and the Colorado soccer community specifically are diehard fans.
I cannot believe we're here. I look back when I was younger, I was like, I never thought I'd be in this kind of position, so I'm really grateful. And yeah, it's going to be a chaotic, overwhelming, epic game. And the fans are going to show up too, and I know that. So I feel like we're going to have to match their energy completely. I want Denver to be like that rowdy fortress that people hate to come play at. They've been ready for this. They've been wanting this for years, so they're going to show up.
So the Summit FC has jumped right into this outstanding sports community we have here in Colorado. I mean, the Rapids are probably going to bust their attendance record when they play Inter Miami and Lionel Messi in Empower Field in April. The Broncos sold out every game, guys. Avalanche, Nuggets as well. Rockies fans always turn out no matter what the team's record is. We said it many times before. Denver is the best sports city in America.
Yeah, Lionel, you mentioned the Rockies. They set an attendance record when they played their first ever home game at Old Mile High. That was 33 years ago. 80,000 plus on hand that day to see a win, by the way. And that record actually still stands today as well.
It's absolutely wild. I feel like we're very lucky to live here, and several Summit players have already told us that people have recognized them around town, which is the exact kind of fandom that gets people excited about playing here in Denver. Now, Denver 7's Maggie Wilansky joins us in studio. Maggie, the Summit are set to add to Denver's rich sports history on Saturday.
Playing in a city where champions are made, our fans go all out. And with the Summit now calling Denver home, there is no doubt our city is ready to cheer them on. With over 50,000 tickets sold, it's just one of the ways this team will make history Saturday.
Okey doke.
It's a mile-high welcome
I may have to adjust that one.
for the newest team in town.
We're going to hang 30 flags and 2 banners.
Each flag kicking off
Up next,
something bigger for the city.
number 8, number 16, 21.
Living in Denver, you learn quickly.
No sports city in the United States loves to stand up and cheer more than Denver, Colorado.
Fandom
Beautiful day.
runs as high as the altitude.
Well, duh, it's always sunny here, and so are we.
Just ask Mark Kisla.
I have covered sports in Denver, Colorado since 1983.
Remembering when the Rockies
Rocky Mountain baseball fans have been waiting more than 30 years for this day.
first stepped up to the plate.
Fly ball deep left field. It is mile high and out of here.
Denver, Colorado had wanted baseball forever, and it wasn't a sigh of relief, it was a jump up and down of, yeah!
While time has passed,
I was probably about 9 years old at this time.
the memories stand still for fans like Dan Fellman.
First Rockies game at Mile High Stadium, pretty sure that was the only time my parents ever allowed me to take a day off of school to play hooky to go watch a game.
Now home opener history might just be repeating itself.
Played in a football stadium, just like the Summit are going to play their first game in a football stadium.
Summit's general manager, Kurt Johnson, says this first home game is already breaking records.
The ticket sales for the home opener are off the charts, 50,000 plus. We're pushing for even more and potentially a sellout.
And playing in the home of Broncos country,
It's fitting that we're playing in the crown jewel of stadiums in Colorado.
a change from orange and blue to evergreen.
The fact that they're going to set a record crowd here makes this the perfect venue to celebrate women's professional soccer coming to Colorado.
Saturday, another example
This town is great for sports.
that Denver sports fans go all out when their team plays at home.
You know, they can see it here, and then they can take that excitement onto the field.
The Rockies won that home opener in 1993 in an 11-4 blowout. So here's hoping history repeats itself.
Well, let's hope so. And guys, that Rockies opener was actually before Maggie and I were even born. I know.
What?
Sorry, pal. It's so cool to look back on, though. I grew up going to Rockies game. I know you did too, Nick. And it's cool that this new Summit generation is going to get to experience that. And we all get to experience history on Saturday.
Yeah, I experienced it. I was 2.
Wait. You two weren't even born yet, and you were 2?
Brady, you're outing us right now.
I'm outing him.
Okay, well, this old man needs a break right now. Kind of tired up here. But when we come back, Nick is going to take a look back at the last game the Summit played against Gotham FC in New York on Wednesday. He'll also go one-on-one with Summit coach Nick Cushing as we look ahead to making history in the Mile High City tomorrow. That's next on Pitchside.
Wake up with Denver 7 Morning News, keeping you connected with everything happening before you head out the door, looking out for you and your budget,
Best ways to save you some money and some stress.
shining a light on the good things happening in our community.
Right now, this family needs us, and so here I am.
It tells me that Greeley has a big heart.
And when it comes to weather and traffic, we got you covered.
I'm going to suggest some other ways to get around it.
Start your day the right way with Denver 7 Morning News, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. At Denver 7, we believe local news starts with the community. That's why we went to Old Town Arvada to listen.
It really feels like a hidden gem still, that last shred of old school community.
Connect with residents.
This place means everything to me. You're gonna make me tear up now.
And tell the stories you want told.
He's definitely become part of the community.
It's all part of our commitment to making sure your voice is heard. Want your neighborhood featured? Visit denver7.com/your voice or scan the QR code.
Got it? If there's one thing Colorado's got, oh my God, it's heart.
This will help a lot.
We help one another
We're here to give back.
There you go.
It's a great cause.
when times are tough
I mean, that was the ceiling.
and work together to do the right thing.
Thank you to Denver 7.
Thanks to the overwhelming support.
Thank you to everybody that helped.
With Denver 7 Gives, it's your generosity
We love Denver 7.
that's making a real difference. At Denver 7 News, Positive change starts with listening.
First person I reached out to was Jacqueline Allen.
You have questions?
What does that say to you about the system?
We get answers.
If I hadn't have called you, I'd still be dealing with this.
From uncovering the stories that spark change.
You made this happen.
To celebrating the moments that bring us together.
We're here to give back.
Because at Denver 7, every story matters.
A Colorado driver racked up thousands in unexpected late fees for tolls.
Did you know you owed $5,000? I did not. I have my card set up automatically to my account with the sticker, and I thought I was in good standing.
She turned to Denver 7 Investigates.
Having to pay an extra $5,000 or more would cause a pretty big financial disaster for me.
The result? Her late fees dropped, thousands saved.
It makes me feel super ecstatic, and I'm super happy that you guys were able to help me out with it.
Denver 7 Investigates, finding solutions.
Denver 7 Investigates, in your community, pushing for answers.
The question the family wants answered is, how did this happen?
Working to find you solutions.
She came out to figure out what's going on.
I consider her my saving grace. I really do.
And holding the powerful accountable.
The consumer does have rights.
We've been following this case every step of the way.
Should the people of Denver anticipate changes?
Denver 7 Investigates, making sure your voice is heard.
Welcome back to Denver Summit FC Pitchside. I'm Nick Rothschild, on location at the Summit's practice facility. Had to get out into the sunshine to break down Colorado sports history. The Summit earned their first ever NWSL win on Wednesday night, beating Gotham FC 2-0. It was a night full of firsts: the first win, the first multi-goal game, and the first clean sheet for goalkeeper Abby Smith. Melissa Kersler became the first player in league history to score the first 3 goals for an expansion franchise, as well as the second player ever to score in 3 straight matches to open their NWSL career. Tosh Flint later added goal number 2, her first for the club, and after more than 100 minutes of football, the 3 points were secured. Joined now by Summit head coach Nick Cushing. Coach, congratulations on your first victory. What did you say in your first ever victory speech in the NWSL?
Oh, congratulations. I think the players deserved it. They worked really hard on a 6-day road trip. We got our first point at Orlando, and to get the first win on the road, I think is really critical for confidence. So congratulations to the players. We've hit a few firsts: first goal, first point, first win. Now we've got to move forward.
You guys have had to face some serious adversity early on in this season. What does it say about the character of this club that you went through what you went through and managed to get the win that you got on the road at the defending champs?
You know, my experience has shown me that the tough times make the top teams. So you have to embrace it. It feels, difficult in the moments when you get a red card and when you lose players to sickness and when you're regularly on the road. But you got to use those moments as the fuel that builds the culture, that improves the team. And I'm really, really proud.
You've had one eye, or maybe half an eye, on the home opener since it was announced, I'm sure, but now your full attention can go to what's happening this weekend. Are you the type of coach that wants to keep the blinders on and just make it another match, or are you going to take a moment to enjoy what you guys are walking into?
We have to treat it like a regular season home game, because that's what it is right now. It's going to be an incredible occasion in front of a record crowd in an incredible, fantastic stadium. For us, we have to enjoy that, but not at the expense of the performance, of the mentality of the group, the composure and the confidence. So we really want to enjoy it, but performance is key for this game.
Can you draw something from 50,000 plus fans that can actually help you on the pitch?
You have to use it to your advantage. I've been in situations where it's been a real superpower, and I've been on the road to those stadiums that have energy and atmosphere, and it's really, really difficult. So the way that we start the game, the way that we connect with the crowd and the style of soccer that we play will really help. We have to make sure that all 11 players, substitutes and staff with our 50,000 people, we have to use that to make the game really difficult for Washington.
Football never comes down to one player, but Trinity Rodman is a special sort of talent. How much are you going to sort of detail or try to aim your defense at limiting her touches, or how much can you maybe just set up a shape and attack Washington as a team?
Yeah, I think my style has always been to concentrate on ourselves, to make sure that our attack and our offense is something that makes the game difficult for Washington and something that takes away from the strengths of their attack. But we also have to respect that Trinity is a really, really good player and very dangerous, so we have to respect and make sure we defend the game well, and most of our defense is done in our offense, and if we get that right, like we did against Gotham, we'll aim for a clean sheet. You get clean sheet, then you give yourselves every chance.
All right, we got to take a break, and I got to figure out how to get back to the studio. But up next, we'll show you how some amazing women are shaping Colorado's sporting landscape. Stick around.
Wake up with Denver 7 Morning News, keeping you connected with everything happening before you head out the door, looking out for you and your budget.
Best ways to save you some money and some stress.
Shining a light on the good things happening in our community.
Right now, this family needs us, and so here I am.
It tells me that Greeley has a big heart.
And when it comes to weather and traffic, we got you covered.
I'm going to suggest some other ways to get around it.
Start your day the right way with Denver 7 Morning News, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. At Denver 7, we believe local news starts with the community. That's why we went to Old Town Arvada to listen.
It really feels like a hidden gem still, that last shred of old school community.
Connect with residents.
This place means everything to me. You're gonna make me tear up now.
And tell the stories you want told.
He's definitely become part of the community.
It's all part of our commitment to making sure your voice is heard. Want your neighborhood featured? Visit denver7.com/your voice or scan the QR code.
Got it? If there's one thing Colorado's got,
Oh my God.
it's heart.
This will help a lot.
We help one another
We're here to give back.
There you go.
It's a great cause.
when times are tough
I mean, that was the ceiling.
and work together to do the right thing.
Thank you to Denver 7.
Thanks to the overwhelming support.
Thank you to everybody that helped.
With Denver 7 Gives, it's your generosity
We love Denver 7.
that's making a real difference. At Denver 7 News, positive change starts with listening.
First person I reached out to was Jacqueline Allen.
You have questions,
What does that say to you about the system?
we get answers.
If I hadn't have called you, I'd still be dealing with this.
From uncovering the stories that spark change
You made this happen.
to celebrating the moments that bring us together.
We're here to give back.
Because at Denver 7, every story matters.
A Colorado driver racked up thousands in unexpected late fees for tolls.
Did you know you owed $5,000? I did not. I have my card set up automatically to my account with the sticker, and I thought I was in good standing.
She turned to Denver 7 Investigates.
Having to pay an extra $5,000 or more would cause a pretty big financial disaster for me.
The result? Her late fees dropped, thousands saved.
It makes me feel super ecstatic, and I'm super happy that you guys were able to help me out with it.
Denver 7 Investigates, finding solutions.
Denver 7 Investigates, in your community, pushing for answers.
The question the family wants answered is, how did this happen?
Working to find you solutions.
She came out to figure out what's going on.
I consider her my saving grace. I really do.
And holding the powerful accountable.
The consumer does have rights.
We've been following this case every step of the way.
Should the people of Denver anticipate changes?
Denver 7 Investigates, making sure your voice is heard.
Welcome back to Denver Summit FC Pitchside. Well, guys, women's sports are going off like fireworks on the 4th of July. Boom! It's beautiful. That includes the Summit, of course, the NWSL, the WNBA, women's flag football. It's the dawn of a new day, and Colorado is right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I kind of expect Jason Sudeikis to just sort of pop out at Empower Field on Saturday, rocking his customary everyone watches women's sports t-shirt. I mean, come on, somebody give me Ted Lasso in the house.
Never say never. I want one of those shirts, by the way. Denver 7 anchor Jessica Porter actually has the story of the growth of women's sports in our great state.
People love watching sports. They love watching winners.
And right now, women's professional sports are winning, growing 4.5 times faster than men's sports, with global revenues projected to reach $2.3 billion this year, according to consulting firm McKinsey.
Why does it seem like right now women's professional sports is finally starting to hit its stride?
This has been a growth project, and it takes time to build a fan base, and we're finally seeing the fruits of that in women's sports.
The growth is fueled by a massive increase in viewership, with both the WNBA Finals and the National Women's Soccer League Championship games last year seeing over 1 million average viewers, and fans are filling stadiums.
I went to several of the Denver Onyx rugby games last year. I think I'm going to get season tickets this coming spring. We did the PWHL Takeover hockey games, women's hockey game last year. I went to one in January. I went to my first WNBA game last July.
And Jess will be there, along with 45,000 other fans who already bought tickets to watch Denver's first professional women's soccer team, Denver Summit FC, on March 28th.
I cannot wait to go and have like a professional team that I can go to here. That's soccer. That's like one of the biggest women's sports that were accessible to like my generation growing up.
We met Jess at Denver's first sports bar dedicated to women's athletics, the 99ers Sports Bar, where co-owners Miranda Spencer and Annie Weaver have built a community since 2024.
We're on social media and people are commenting like they won't last longer than a week, you know. So it's easy to get in our heads, but ultimately overcame all that.
We can see our return customers based on transaction sales, and I would say that our retention is, our return rate is probably 35%.
Their business also solves a challenge for fans who don't have access to games only offered on streaming or cable services. Denver 7's parent company Scripps has been ahead of that game, partnering with the WNBA, NWSL, and PWHL to broadcast games.
A lot of these teams still don't have, or leagues still don't have broadcast partners, which is really unfortunate, especially because of how how many fans they have and how they've taken off. I will say since we opened, it has changed a tremendous amount.
While there are challenges, particularly around equality, there's no doubt professional women's sports have gone mainstream.
I hope Denver gets all of the professional sports teams. I hope we get a WNBA team. I hope we get a PWHL team. Somebody with money, bring a WNBA team to Denver.
WNBA team.
PWHL.
Sure. And PWHL, I mean,
we're hoping, fingers crossed.
So many women's sports teams in Colorado. I mean, we can't forget the Mile High Blaze. Yeah. That's the women's tackle football team. They won a national championship in 2022.
Who could forget? And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but Colorado has one of the largest and most active roller derby communities in the entire country. No yellow cards in that game, folks. Just straight elbows and bruises, baby. Let's go.
I love it. We're learning something new every week on this show. Do you guys remember the Colorado Chill?
Absolutely.
Anybody? 2004 to 2006. 10-year-old Brady was obsessed with the Colorado Chill. Becky Hammond, Katie Cronin. And now the Summit could be a good test, if you will, to see if this market is ready for more women's sports down the line. And I think it will be, but fingers crossed.
I still have my Becky Hammond jersey hanging up in my bedroom.
Me too, 25. Let's go.
Colorado is the state of women's sports. All right, coming up, we'll let you know how you can get involved in the show and how you can give us your voice on the Summit. Pitchside will be right back after this break.
Wake up with Denver 7 Morning News, keeping you connected with everything happening before you head out the door, looking out for you and your budget.
Best ways to save you some money and some stress.
Shining a light on the good things happening in our community.
Right now, this family needs us, and so here I am.
It tells me that Greeley has a big heart.
And when it comes to weather and traffic, we got you covered.
I'm going to suggest some other ways to get around it.
Start your day the right way with Denver 7 Morning News, weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. At Denver 7, we believe local news starts with the community. That's why we went to Old Town Arvada to listen.
It really feels like a hidden gem still, that last shred of old school community.
Connect with residents.
This place means everything to me. You're gonna make me tear up now.
And tell the stories you want told.
He's definitely become part of the community.
It's all part of our commitment to making sure your voice is heard. Want your neighborhood featured? Visit denver7.com/yourvoice or scan the QR code.
Got it? If there's one thing Colorado's got, oh my gosh, it's heart.
This will help a lot.
We help one another.
We're here to give back.
There you go.
It's a great cause.
When times are tough.
I mean, that was the feeling.
And work together to do the right thing.
Thank you to Denver 7.
Thanks to the overwhelming support.
Thank you to everybody that helped.
With Denver 7 Gives, it's your generosity.
We love Denver 7.
That's making a real difference. At Denver 7 News, positive change starts with listening.
First person I reached out to was Jacqueline Allen.
You have questions?
What does that say to you about the system?
We get answers.
If I hadn't have called you, I'd still be dealing with this.
From uncovering the stories that spark change,
You made this happen.
to celebrating the moments that bring us together.
We're here to give back.
Because at Denver 7, every story matters.
A Colorado driver racked up thousands in unexpected late fees for tolls.
Did you know you owed $5,000? I did not. I have my card set up automatically to my account with the sticker, and I thought I was in good standing.
She turned to Denver 7 Investigates.
Having to pay an extra $5,000 or more would cause a pretty big financial disaster for me.
The result? Her late fees dropped, thousands saved.
It makes me feel super ecstatic, and I'm super happy that you guys were able to help me out with it.
Denver 7 Investigates, finding solutions.
Denver 7 Investigates, in your community, pushing for answers.
The question the family wants answered is, how did this happen?
Working to find you solutions.
She came out to figure out what's going on.
I consider her my saving grace. I really do.
And holding the powerful accountable.
The consumer does have rights.
We've been following this case every step of the way.
Should the people of Denver anticipate changes?
Denver 7 Investigates, making sure your voice is heard.
Welcome back to Denver Summit FC Pitchside. All right, here we go. Match number 4 of this new season coming up. And what a huge game for the Summit. Yes, of course, the record attendance. Who knows how many fans are going to end up in there with the walk-up crowd. But you guys get out there, pack the place, and watch history in the making. But I think it's also important for the Summit to get a win, put on a good show, play well, give them something to talk about, and come back for. A win in this match would really set the season on fire.
Yeah, great. But as Ava Gattino told me, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors here. They're facing one of the best teams in the entire league with perhaps the best player in the entire league in Trinity Rodman. She just signed the richest contract in the NWSL this offseason to keep her here in America. She's as dynamic as it gets in that forward spot. So, yeah, like I think the momentum and the energy is going to be great, but they're not facing a scrub, we should say, on Saturday.
I agree. We already know it's going to be a great scene out there, but at Mile High. But a win would obviously be the cherry on top. The Washington Spirit, as Nick said, has Trinity Rodman, and they're going to come in and try to steal some of that spotlight. They're still projected to be one of the top teams this season. And Rodman, like I said, she can take over a match in a hurry. So I need Nick Cushing in this group to come out aggressive, ready to put on a show for this Denver crowd.
Well, Pitchside is your voice for anything and everything you want to know about the club. If you have any questions for Coach Nick Cushing or the players or anything you want us to talk about on the show, let us know. Just scan the QR code on your screen or check out our website and send us an email.
Is there a player you want to hear from? Let us know.
Would you like to know what Coach Cushing drinks for tea?
Yes.
I can ask him. All you got to do is send us a note.
And remember, the spot Denver 3 is your home to watch Summit games all season long, and Denver 7 is your home for Pitchside every Friday. So we'll see you next week right here. Together we climb. Have a great night and go Summit.